We all know rain is very good for our planet. It gives us fresh water, and it also helps us with the growth of crops, and it also helps us leaving everything green and lush. Many do not know that rain is part of a bigger entity of weather called precipitation. This means any form of water falling to the earth crust. It can be form of snow, drizzle, hail, and sleet. Water can be on the atmosphere. It can also be in oceans, lakes, rivers, and even underground. That's because it gets used repeatedly and because of a process called water cycle.
Hi, my name is Marcela Reyes and I will be stating the problem. So, acid rain is rainfall unusually acidic since it has elevated levels of hydrogen ions that are caused by atmospheric pollution. This by itself causes severe environmental harm, typically to forests and lakes. The main cause, though, as already mentioned, is pollution, the industrial burning of coal along with other fossil fuels. Gases such as sulfur and nitrogen oxides are combined with atmospheric water to form these acids. This is clearly a problem because not only is it detrimental to the environment, but it also contributes to visibility degradation and harms public health. Some examples of this are when the emissions contribute to visibility impairment, which is when we can clearly see through the air. Individual trees or entire areas of forest can die off. This particularly is only in extreme cases, although it has happened before. We have increased illnesses and premature deaths from heart and lung disorders, such as asthma and bronchitis. Aside from that, we can also see the effects on cars. There have been numerous reports of damage to automotive paints and other coatings. The severity of this problem affects everyone, which is why it is important to know about this.
Hi, my name is Ana Bebel, and today I'm going to talk about the problem explanation or hypothesis about acid rain. We think that if we use pollutants, industrial chemicals, or something that can affect ecosystems, will have an effect like in the environment, in precipitation, and all the acids will cause what it is the acid rain.
Hi, my name is Jency and I'm going to talk about the test hypothesis. So, our null hypothesis is the one that we mentioned already. That is that all the pollutants have an effect on the acidity of water, and that is why we create like acid rain. So, we are gonna make that a mental investigation because we cannot make like a control experiment due to many factors that we cannot apply. And in this mental investigation, we're gonna search for several previous ones from universities, for example, the Mexican Academy of Sciences that already made an investigation about the acidity of rain, the pH of water,
Hi, my name is Fatima and I will explain the results from our documental research about acid rain. First, we need to say normal rain is slightly acidic with a pH of 5.6, while acid rain generally has a pH between 4.2 and 4.4. Now, the causes. Rotting vegetation and erupting volcanoes release some chemicals that can cause acid rain, but most acid rain is a product of human activities, us. The biggest sources are coal burning, power plants, factories, and cars. When humans burn fossils, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are released into the atmosphere. Those air pollutants react with water, oxygen, and other substances to form airborne sulfuric and nitric acid. Winds may spread these acidic compounds through the atmosphere and over hundreds of miles. When acid rain reaches the earth, it flows across the surface in runoff water, it enters the water systems and sinks into the soil. Can cause health problems in people. Air pollution like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide can cause diseases or make them worse. Respiratory diseases like asthma or chronic bronchitis make it hard for people to breathe. The pollution that causes acid rain can also create tiny particles. When these particles get into people's lungs, they can cause health problems or make existing health problems worse. Also, nitrogen oxides can cause ground-level ozone. This ground-level ozone causes respiratory problems like pneumonia or bronchitis and can even cause permanent lung damage. The health effects that people have to worry are not caused by the acid rain, but are caused when people breathe in these tiny particles or ozone. Acid rain harm forests. Acid rain can be extremely harmful to forests. Acid rain steps into the ground and can dissolve nutrients such as magnesium and calcium that trees need to grow healthy. Acid rain can also cause aluminium to be released into the soil, which makes it difficult for trees to take up water. Trees that are located in mountainous regions at higher elevations, such as spruce or fig trees, are at a greater risk because they are exposed to acidic clouds and fog, which contain greater amounts of acid than rain or snow. The acidic clouds and fog strip important nutrients from their leaves and nibbles. This loss of nutrients makes it easier for infections, insects, and cold weather to damage our trees and forests. Acid rain also damages lakes and streams. Without pollution or acid rain, most lakes and streams will have a pH level meter of 6.5. Acid rain, however, has caused many lakes to have much lower pH levels. In addition, aluminum that is released into the soil eventually ends up in lakes and streams. Unfortunately, this increase in acidity and aluminum levels can be deadly to aquatic wildlife, including mayflies, rainbow trout, smallmouth bass, frogs, spotted salamanders, crayfish, and other creatures that are part of the food web. Now, the effects of acid rain on materials. When acid and dry acidic particles fall to earth, the nitric and sulfuric acid that make the particles acidic can land on statues, buildings, and other man-made structures such as cars and damage their surfaces. The acidic particles corrode metal and cause paint and stone to deteriorate more quickly. They also dirty structures of buildings and other structures such as monuments.
Hi, my name is Carolina Berni and I will draw a conclusion. As we saw, acid rain is precipitation that contains high levels of nitric and sulfuric acids, which pH is 5.6. It can occur in the form of snow, fog, and tiny bits of dry materials that settle on Earth, which causes a rolling vegetation, erupting volcanoes, and the release of chemicals which are product of human activities. Acid rain damage forests, especially those at higher elevations, and make water more acidic, which results are more aluminum absorption from soil, which is carried into lakes and streams, which combination makes water toxic to aquatic animals. The only way to fight acid rain is by curbing the release of pollutants that cause it. This means burning fewer fossil fuels and setting air quality standards.
Also, there is energy conservation, which literally means close the lights when we leave our room or turn off the computers and televisions when we are not using them. Whenever we are not using an electrical appliance, we should simply shut it off to conserve energy. Transportation. Cars are a major contributor to acid rain pollution, so it's important to find alternative ways to transport us in an effort to decrease our reliance on fossil fuels. And well, alternative fuels is an excellent way to prevent acid rain. So we must stop using non-renewable fuels and switch over to renewable sources of energy such as solar energy and water energy. And of course is the reduction of the effects of acid rain by liming. That is, limestone is added to water and soil to neutralize acid.